Right, another episode, British Business
Yeah.
with Matt Holland and Tom McElvenny.
Yeah. Congratulations, got it right again. Yeah.
There we are. Yeah, we were just saying HMRC should have a loyalty scheme.
Reward scheme.
Yeah. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, incentivize you.
What we're saying is basically the Holland's Country Clothing mug that we have on set here.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely if we had a HMRC mug instead.
Yeah.
Because I think we are brand ambassadors. we spend a lot with them.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, could have. Yeah.
Sponsored by HMRC.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they'd sue us if we did that?
I don't know. I don't think they find it funny, would they?
I think you should do it. I went to a live gig recently, and their whole performance is based around being sponsored by Waitrose, and they're not sponsored by Waitrose.
That's great.
And they literally just do it because they're Americans and they like Waitrose.
Yeah,
so I think honestly, you should just play into the fact that you're sponsored by HMRC.
Yeah, maybe we'll
free advertising.
I'll speak out to my contact there. Maybe they'll sponsor an episode.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. That's
Get
good.
some free merch out of them. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I do fucking hate paying tax. Don't we all though? I mean, but we need to pay into the system. We live in a society. We need to contribute. So that's the other side of it. Really good interview that James Sinclair did of the Phones for You guy. You've listened to it. What's he called? Gordon.
Cordwell. John Cordwell.
John Cordwell. Yeah. Impressive guy.
Yeah, brilliant.
Quite left wing though, which I'm a little bit. Well, I'd say I'm central.
Mm-hmm.
I have right wing opinion or things that will be labelled as being right wing, but then I am quite liberal in the sense that I agreed with some of what he said.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he said, like, James was putting it on him about taxes and all the rest of it, and I know I've fucking ranted and raved about that a lot, but I actually do agree with what he said, which is basically like we should pay our fair share.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can make profit and still pay tax.
Mm-hmm.
Like, run a good business.
Yeah.
Just get on with it.
His main point was just get on with it.
Stop being a bitch.
Yeah, whatever the rules are at the time. And he would have been through varying stages of taxation.
That would make a great cap. We should do.
Don't be a bitch.
Yeah. Don't be a bitch, pay tax.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Pay HMRC.
Yeah.
We could do, that could be our British business merch.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll cut you in with 5% equity.
Oh dear.
That's my opening negotiation.
There we go. Yeah. That's where it starts.
Don't be a bitch, pay HMRC. We're gonna do that, Morgan.
You're gonna have to do it.
Did you hear that Morgan's not listening? Morgan's at the point now of his tech, right? He starts recording and then he carries on with his.
Then he fucks off.
He fucked off before and left us. I was like, what's that? What happens?
I didn't get it.
Steam starts coming out one of the cameras, so we just left it.
Why is he evacuating the building? What's going on?
Oh dear.
No, I have to say I missed it all.
We're even listening, yeah.
No.
You'll never know. Well, actually,
you know, I'm chasing a parking fine, and this is a story in itself. The question is, do we have time for it?
Yes,
definitely.
We do now. Yeah,
I parked in a car park, 2 car parks next to each other, right? No line that suggests that they're separated, other than one small sign. If I had parked one space to my left, I would have not got a parking fine. And I even paid for 12 hours of parking. I was only there for 2 hours. I just paid at the wrong place. And I'm like, where is the flexibility with this? They've been sending all these scary letters. And I've done all my research, and I'm like, actually, you know what? I'm just going to take this to court. I'm kind of like actually fed up of being pushed around by the fact that actually I think it's going to be seen as completely unreasonable. So why should I have like all these letters with red writing on? Actually, I went on ChatGPT. I said, which bits of this are actually scary? And they were like, nah, it's fine. You can just take it to court. You're not going to have any effect on your credit rating until there's actually a court judgment. And if you don't pay the slightly higher amount, that's when it affects you. But if you pay the higher fee, which isn't actually that much more, then you're fine.
They've got the same system at Total Fitness. So if you park outside of the white lines at Total Fitness, now and again they send a warden around and they fine everyone.
Really?
They fine their members.
Dangerous.
Fucking bastards. But interestingly, links nicely into the title of this week's episode.
Yeah.
The boring stuff that makes you rich.
Yeah.
So get yourself a car park somewhere. Wait for
ANPR cameras.
Morgan to come in and park at a dodgy angle because he didn't do well on his driving test or whatever.
Can't parallel park.
And then
Brutal.
fucking give him a ticket, the bastard, and make a load of money.
There's TikTokers now that are blowing up over like identifying the fact that there are specific parking spaces that just seem set up to for people to fail, and they like they'll stake out next to the parking space and see that everybody's making the same mistake, and so when that happens, and you even ring up the parking company and they're like, yeah, loads of people make that mistake. It's like, okay, you guys know that this is wrong, and you're just making money off it.
Yeah, 100%.
Brutal.
What we were saying was, but when you weren't listening, Morgan, is we were saying that HMRC should have a loyalty scheme, a rewards program. So the more tax you pay, the better the fucking you get. You know, like on Strat, when you start doing your running,
I want airport lounges.
You get little
For on-time
badges.
payment.
It's like Pokemon. You got to catch them all. Got to get all the little milestones. I'd be well up for playing that game.
They should, so gamify it. Like
gamify it. It'd be like make it like
it's
100%.
What we do, we're on Shopify, aren't we? And
Yeah.
I think it's when you hit over 100,000 orders on Shopify, you actually
get a
get a
trophy.
plaque. Yeah, you get a trophy for the post saying,
and charge us for it.
Yeah.
You could say, hey,
I'll pay the delivery.
I think it's a good business model there for Rachel Reeves. Like what she could do is she could say, right, here's your fucking HMRC loyalty scheme. You can earn these rewards and these trophies.
Hold on, guys.
But you've got to buy them on this Shopify store. But you can only buy them when you hit this threshold of paying this much tax. It'd be great.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
How much, like in terms of the data of paying tax, how much of that is public for a company?
You know,
if they've paid tax on time.
It's about to change next year. You're aware
for
of
money
this?
laundering.
Yeah, so everyone's got to fucking declare everything.
Okay, so if it was public information, you could technically send them an email going, well done, here's your reward, and offer their reward as a company, but you just make it slightly ambiguous on the fact that actually you're not HMRC, but you could be like HMR, R rewards.
HMRC in capitals with a small full stop at the end.
There we go.
Yeah. I think we'd get sued. But I get your point. What you could then do is you could be like, oh, yeah, we're going to market these trophies. Anyway, people have probably started tapping unsubscribe now.
Yeah.
Because they're like, what the fuck?
Morgan's forgotten what they're saying.
Morgan's done his ADHD parking
but
bit.
Morgan's paid a parking fine over it.
Yeah, Matt's lost the fucking plot.
Hey, Matt, you did say you wanted natural, and I feel like this is natural.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're getting there. So, the boring stuff that makes you. Let me start again.
Yeah.
The boring stuff that makes you rich.
Right.
Like, why are we all in this? Because we want fucking money. No, I don't. It's the game, I think. That's why we're in it, probably, like the journey. But ultimately, we live in a capitalist society. We need cash. We want money so that we can build our little castle, look after our family, not have to worry about things. So we're in that society. So play the game, or what's the alternative? Go and get a fucking job for HMRC.
Yeah, for HMRC.
Go and get a job in accounts like Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So this is like basically kind of like what's really important to kind of grow a really profitable business. And there's a particular pivot that I wanted to kind of focus on with this episode.
Okay.
Which I think is the time of year for us. It's very important, but I think it's something that a lot of business owners neglect. What do you think it is? And it's a single word.
Marketing?
Yeah, that would be a good one. Yeah. It's not that.
Cash?
Helpful, but very helpful, but it doesn't necessarily make you rich.
Okay. Systems.
Yes.
I got it in the end.
That was good.
I was just thinking in my mind, I was like...
That was good. I like that. Yeah. So systems, boring stuff. So the boring stuff that makes you rich.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Systemization, operations, procedures, SOPs, standard operating procedures, following to-do lists.
Look how excited you're getting over this.
I fucking love that stuff because people forget to do stuff.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Oh, sorry, Matt, I forgot. How many times have I fucking heard that in my life? What about the SOP? That's my...
Is that what you say to him? Yeah.
Why have you not done the checklist?
Yeah. They'll go, what?
That's ingrained to me because of McDonald's, I think.
Yeah.
But it's such a successful thing for them, like systemize everything. Follow procedures, have operating standards, have to-do lists, have action lists, have checklists, all these things. It makes such a massive difference. So, British business fact of the week.
Yeah.
Most UK millionaires didn't get rich from exits. They built wealth from steady, operationally strong businesses.
Fair.
So most UK millionaires are taking cash out every year of their business in a stable, efficient way.
Yeah.
And they've built a really sound mechanism that's really efficient.
Mm-hmm.
And they just keep it going, keep it well oiled, keep it running. They're the successful UK millionaires. That's the majority of them. And that's the Office for National Statistics and Wealth X. They work together on that study. So very interesting.
It is interesting. That'd be very accurate as well with the two sources there.
Yeah.
Because you do think statistically, the number of businesses that actually get sold,
It's tiny.
be a small percentage of overall business that. So the only other way to extract wealth is to, draw money down.
I'm not sure who says it, but it's like you want to fucking get yourself a golden goose.
It
keeps laying those fucking golden eggs.
Yeah. I think, but you can utilize that and deploy that elsewhere to go for other companies.
That's your entrepreneurial mind.
Yeah.
Some people would just go on holiday.
No.
You miserable bugger.
Yeah.
But you'll be buying car parks next. That'll be your next fucking thing. Yeah.
ANPR
buying car
cameras.
parks close to where Morgan moves around.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
the
can
key.
fucking catch the bastard.
That's the key.
Cheeky bastards.
Yeah. We're coming to get you. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm big on this.
Yeah.
I'm very big on this. It's something that it's proven to work for my business. So some of the stuff we talk about sometimes, it's like when we had Steph on, the property teacher. I don't know too much about that. That was a learning moment for me. I don't own any residential property, not my thing at the moment. I have actually been thinking about doing something, but I probably can't talk too much about it. So, message me, send me a DM, and I'll tell you.
I'll tell you then.
My master plan. Yeah. So I've lost what I was going to say. What were we saying?
It's worked well for you, the SOPs.
Yeah, so these SOPs, systemization, operations, we were weak on it originally. No structure, no thingy. And then it's like, right, well, I need to hire people. Right, well, if you're going to bring people in, they need to follow a process.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how are they going to know what they're going to do?
Yeah.
So it comes back to training, systemization. You can then bring people in, which frees you up to do what you said, sales and marketing.
Yeah.
Or things that lead to growth, which isn't always sales and marketing. There are other ways of doing it. Depends on the business model and what have you, but typically that's where we all end up. So what do you think about that?
I think you're 100% right, because I know, looking with inside our business, the systems SOPs are not where they should be, or not where they need to be.
Well, that's very honest of you to say that.
No, I can see it. And we were talking about a little bit about this in the car on the way over, weren't we? Where it's your business is completely different. You're, years ahead of us in terms of the training and the standardization of everything across the business. For us, not at the moment. Something we're working on. We recognise it. Let's put it that way. We've come the new year, when we're through the madness and the busy period, we're going to have to just attack that as priority number one.
The logic behind it is it's very easy to blame an employee or a person for not doing their job properly.
Yeah.
But if they've not received adequate training, or you're not following up or not able to follow up, because the point is how do you follow up on someone for not doing their job properly if you can't say to them, well, do you not remember the training that I gave you on how to do this in this particular way? And you signed it and we agreed that that's how you're going to do it moving forward. And you've got a checklist that you should be filling out on a daily basis. Why is it not being done?
Yeah.
That is like fucking bulletproof.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to the other side of it, well, I asked you to do it 3 weeks ago. Why are you not doing it?
Yeah.
Or I asked you to do that a year ago. Why are you still not doing it?
Why it's still not done?
Oh, well, I just think because you haven't mentioned it, I don't think we needed to do it anymore.
That's what happens in our business, unfortunately, at the moment. We set a procedure up. Everyone, we're doing this.
Verbal procedure.
A verbal procedure. No checklist, it's a verbal procedure. And then what happens? It gets done for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then it goes, they're not checking up. They're not following up on this.
Yeah.
It's a ball ache to do. Let's just do it our own way. And then it falls back to status quo.
So who's failed there? The employee, the management, or the business owner?
Business owner for a start, and the manager for going against the procedure in the first instance. and letting the standard slip to go.
Flip side of it, it's the responsibility of the business owner to follow up being the keyword on the manager.
Yeah.
Because even management needs accountability.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's that for me, like, why does this matter in relation to getting rich or being wealthy? Well, you want a profitable business. A profitable business needs to run like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
It needs to be efficient. And inefficiency happens, in my opinion, due to wasting time, maybe not looking at basic tasks and going, are we doing this in the most time-effective way?
Yeah. Can we automate it?
Like, yeah, can we automate it? Or it might be like, right, well, we're firefighting all the time with this particular thing. Say, it's just little things like, and sometimes it does take someone outside of the day-to-day to challenge it. So you can't, the other thing is you can't expect employees to systemize when they're dealing with the day-to-day shit.
Yeah.
They're in the trenches. So it's the responsibility of the business owner. That's the main thing. So why it matters. The founders who quietly build repeatable, operationally excellent businesses are often the ones who win long-term. It's not about hype, it's about systems. So it's about, to paraphrase that, it's about focusing in on the detail. And I've talked in the past about attention to detail, but also like micromanagement. Well, micromanagement is actually quite useful when it comes to this, because you've got to understand the way something is being done, how it should be done ideally, and then you put the SOP. But you've got to micromanage initially to be able to put the SOP in. Yeah. And then you pull back, and then it's about
follow up.
Exactly, yeah. So mega important, and it works in so many different areas of your business, operations, marketing, everywhere. Like if you have procedures, it's huge.
Yeah,
in my opinion. If you disagree, comment below or unsubscribe.
Or unsubscribe.
I think that's the new strategy, Morgan. We're not going to ask people to subscribe. We're going to ask them to unsubscribe. What do you reckon?
Yeah, because I think then everybody's thinking about the fact that they should be subscribed, and they go, "Oh shoot, I should probably have."
Maybe
been
that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
It's a mind game.
Yeah, we don't want you to subscribe. Please unsubscribe. Please do it. The psychology of subscription. Main discussion segments for today.
Yeah.
What's so good about being boring?
Well,
why do you think you've not, like, so you were very transparent and open, which is very good of you, about your business. And the reason why I am, to answer to counter that, is the reason why we are very systemized in my business is because we've been in the situations in the past where people haven't been doing what I've asked them to do verbally.
Yeah.
People haven't done this. I've not been following it. So I've learned through making the mistakes. But why do you think you aren't naturally at the moment implementing those things? What other things are you, as a business owner, what are you attracted to doing? Why are you not focusing on that nitty gritty, boring shit?
It's true. Probably one, because I don't enjoy it, right?
Okay.
And that's me being honest. I don't like the operational aspect of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, unfortunately for me, my business partner, who's my brother, he actually genuinely enjoys it. He enjoys the operations of it. So I think we need to focus on our strengths within that, and James and I can work together in creating like a good.
But just focusing
SOP.
on yourself personally as a business owner, like the business overall, it's in a phenomenal position. Like you're growing, you're over 8 figures. Like you've had a tremendous summer. The business is going well in so many areas. You're very profitable, cash generative. But why you personally as an entrepreneur? Do you think you've not been interested in those things, or why haven't you been more hands on it in the past? Because you've had your brother.
Because I've had my brother, yeah, and I'm focusing on. My mind's always on the finances. The cash flow is like the heart. That's the heartbeat. Yeah, that's what excites me.
That's what I'm trying to get you to say.
Yeah, and it excites me when obviously things are going well. It's like right, brilliant. We're in a better position now. We can afford to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. But my mind is always on that and the sales, the cash flow, the sales, and the marketing.
So I think the short thing there is like you because every business owner is different. Everyone's got different strengths, skills, abilities, what have you. I like procedures. I like having things. Yeah. So I'm coincidentally lucky in the sense that in this scenario, we're talking about something that I'm good at.
Yeah, the routine of it.
There's lots of examples where I'm probably not as strong, but you've got to bring in expertise.
Yeah.
Now, For business owners listening that aren't following procedures and being organised and following up and being accountable, like the reality of it is if you can't afford to bring someone into your business who's going to do that for you, you've got to do it.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So it comes back to doing the boring stuff.
Boring bit, yeah. But the
Which-
SOPs don't give me a dopamine hit.
Do they not?
No, it's the.
Well, how
all
do
the
you
stuff, yeah.
so let's flip that on its head. How
Yeah.
do you feel when someone doesn't do something that you've asked them to do?
To get frustrated.
So that's negative. It's the opposite.
Yeah,
of
it is. Yeah, I get frustrated. I'm like, why has that happened again?
Again.
Again is the key
Well,
word.
it's not their
there.
fault. It's your fault.
Yeah. To be fair.
So that's the flip side of it. Is okay. So you're not getting the dopamine hit because for whatever reason you're not adjusted to that way of thinking. For whatever reason you're just a different person.
Yeah.
But you're getting frustrated and pissed off with them not doing it.
Yeah.
So remove the negative. So for me, I get a hit from knowing that we're fucking razor sharp in that area.
Yeah.
I also get really angry and pissed off when people don't do it, and they all know.
Especially if you've got the SOP in place, it's like, well, hold on a minute, all the framework is there for you.
It's like the best thing ever finding someone that's not done what you've asked them
Yeah.
to do. There's like layers of SOPs. Larry, I fucking love Larry. He's great. I love them all, but Larry's just funny. He's got a good sense of humour.
Yeah.
And I was like, there was something that they hadn't done, and he had the humour in the moment, at the serious moment where I was like busting Danny's balls, the operations manager, about something, and Larry was there in the vicinity, and he said, "Matt, why don't we get a procedure about doing the procedures?"
Yeah. You're like, fuck.
It's like the camera's on.
Yeah, exactly. The CTV and you're going to get a slap it. Yeah.
Oh dear. But it's a fair point. It's like, shouldn't go too far. So you do need it, and you shouldn't run your life by it.
Yeah.
But they are helpful.
Yeah.
And a well-oiled machine is a profitable machine. So I think that's an important thing for people to think about. But it's like what the boring stuff actually is. So it's like clear onboarding for staff. So we have processes now where, right, new person's entering the business. What does that look like? What does their first day look like?
Yeah.
What does their first week look like? And it depends. We've done it heavily in customer services and warehouse operations. So those two operations areas. Danny has created those systems, my operations manager, with my instruction, and he wants to do it as well. It's like a combined thing, really. But having those onboarding flows, it starts them off with, right, this is what you do. When you turn up for work, you put your stuff in your locker. You get yourself a brew if you want one. If you don't want, go and clock in. You don't clock in and then go and get yourself a brew. It doesn't work like that. You start, if you want to start the day with a brew in hand, you do it in your own time. You start work.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a bit anal, but it's very clear.
Yeah, it's clear. That's there's a clear line there, which is positive for yourself as a business owner and also for the employees, so they know where it starts and where it stops.
Exactly. And then you're outlining things like, right, well, listen, if you want a fag break, go and have it down there. Rather than doing it the other way, it's like, oh, here's a barcode scanner, go and pick.
Yeah.
And then half an hour later, Fred's fucked off. And you're like, where the fuck's Fred?
Yeah.
Oh, he's on his lunch. Why hasn't he told me?
Yeah.
Why hasn't he told? So I'm Lucas. Lucas like, why the fuck has he not told me?
Yeah.
Well, has he been trained to know that he needs to tell his shift leader that he's going on a break,
Yeah.
or that he needs to be told to go on a break rather than just going on one?
Yeah.
So you can't be angry at Fred.
No.
Fred's just in his little bubble.
Yeah.
He was hungry. He wants a break.
Yeah.
He's not been told that he needs to fucking tell you that I would like a break.
I want my break now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need my break. Yeah.
So those little things, they do make a big difference, like clean internal SOPs, the standard operating procedures. They're all effective, good management tools for you to follow up and keep people to account so that you're not spending. Because I think it's, once you've done, it's like an upfront payment. It's a big deposit on the future, creating all that.
Yeah.
But then it's easier to run, which then frees up infinite time in the future to do other things.
Yeah, I like that.
Because you're paying down on the future, basically. And it's repetition. It's repetition for the guys. Think about habit creation.
Yeah.
The importance of creating habits.
Yeah, extremely important.
Mega important. Like making your bed in the morning.
Yeah.
We need standard operating procedures for that.
Yeah, how does it get made? Right, this is the process.
We don't do it personally. You don't need a fucking standard operating procedure on how to open a can of tomatoes or something like that. Do you know what I mean? But like, I think for business where people naturally, employees care less.
Yes.
Because it's not their business.
Nope.
So you need to hold them to account. I think it's important. In your opinion, like to flip this on its head, does chaos work?
For some people, yeah, it does. And we've operated in so elements of chaos throughout the journey. Anyway, specifically recently, like September, where it was manic, but that's where you do actually see some people stepping up, and they're free thinking, and they know what's right, what's wrong, how to get stuff done. But then it's documenting those procedures.
It's actually a very good experiment if you've got a team or group of people and you remove systems and process and you go, right,
Make it work. Make it work, yeah.
What actually happens is you can identify who your leaders should be.
Yeah. And sometimes you identify a better way of doing things as well.
Perhaps. But you identify who your leaders should be.
Yeah.
So when the system breaks, is it your manager that steps up and solves the problems, or does he flap and throw his toys out the pram potentially, or she, or is it the person that's a picker packer that's going, wait a minute, guys, let's do this.
Yeah.
That person is a more natural leader.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's a nice human experiment sometimes.
Yeah. Evolution, isn't it? Type thing.
Yeah. And maybe, there's different ways of looking at it, I suppose. I'm going to say how to get good at the boring. You will have procedures without realising it.
No, we definitely do. And
from a financial perspective, you and Kay in your finance team, you're obviously kind of that FD/MD role. Kay is, I suppose, bookkeeper / financial controller a little bit. She knows, right, I do this. If you were to ask her to write an SOP on her job, what she does on a day-to-day, she'd be able to do it.
Yeah, effectively, definitely, yeah.
But that's because she's an effective employee.
Yeah.
If you got someone in tomorrow to learn to do her job, she'd say, how do I do it, Tom?
Yeah, you would, yeah. And it'd be my time. Yeah. Do you know what? I think that maybe in the finance sort of role, because a lot of the tasks are repeatable, I think that is just a natural process for an accountant. Will come in and they will know, they'll go, right, or bookkeeper, I know I need to do this. This is the way the process works.
Yeah.
Just through it being innate, because it's the same across a lot of roles.
Well, you deal with the day-to-day, they learn how to do the day-to-day, and then you say to them, right, so they come to you and go, right, Tom, I'm pretty much done for the day. Is there anything else you need me to get on with?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, Fred.
Yeah.
We've obviously been working together for a while now. You understand what you do. Can you do me a favour as a little bit of a practice and exercise?
Yeah.
Can you write out like a numerical priority order of how you tackle the day? What you do on a day-to-day basis. It's just so in the future, if you were to move on to greener pastures, move on to Holland's Country Club, Avenue 85, we could bring someone in and train them effectively.
Yes.
Or if I needed to step in and do your job, I'd know what to do, because I don't. Your job it's alien to me. I think doing that and getting your people to write the SOPs is the best way.
Yeah.
Because then you can critically look at it and analyze it and go, right, listen, Sandra, whatever her name is. I'm not talking about Kay, I'm talking about Sandra, who opens up the coffee shop in the morning.
Yeah.
Right. Every morning you forget to put the power on to the fucking the whatever
coffee
device,
machine.
or the coffee machine, or whatever it might be, or you forget to wipe the tables. Right. Can we just agree? Let's work it out together. Let's do it, and then we can get a checklist up, and then you just, as a reminder, you can just glance at the checklist and go, "But done that. Oh fuck,
yeah,
I need to go and do that.
Yeah,
boom, job done." It's just, it makes things so much easier. It's helpful because we're people at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, it's a good point.
Yeah. It's interesting. But it's just keeping that efficiency going. I love it. I love those SOPs. Larry, listening to this, Larry listens, he'll be like, that guy's a wanker. I bet he's boring as fuck.
Yeah, no, but you're right in what you're saying. I know from that, personally, I'm going to take, as soon as I get back this afternoon, I'm going to be like, right, I know in particular which areas are in dire need of SOPs, and I'm going to get my brother, sit down, just me and him, with a coffee, and go, right, this needs to be standardised.
Well, you don't even need to do it. I think, like, you guys don't need to do it. You just need to go send Kay an email, like, hypothetically, if finance needs it.
Yeah, it's not that department.
But you could just say, hey, Kay, just a quick one. I just want to future-proof us, and I want to understand, like, for your annual leave, I just want to make sure I know exactly what it is I need to do for the future.
Yeah.
Can you take some time at some point in the next few weeks to come up with an SOP on this Google? Here's the Google Doc link. Boom, fill it out.
Yeah.
and then have that consultation with her where it's like, right, well, I'm going to actually, there's a couple of things I want to add to that
Yeah.
to take some pressure off me.
Yeah.
So then it's like, right, then you're doing less.
Yeah.
I
Can
love it.
focus on other areas then.
Like, how do you bring someone in and train them if you've not got systems?
Yeah.
Like, otherwise you're doing it off the back of a fag packet.
It's not good.
It's hard. It's hard. So, ChatGPT question of the week. And this is the first episode where it's not being a dick. So this is where I had the argument and I said, right, redo that, because it's always going, how would you use AI to do boring. So I've asked it to ask a specific, it's still ChatGPT asking the question, but it didn't really understand what I wanted it to do. So it's asked us a question now, not necessarily about AI. So what's one part of your business you'd love to systemize but haven't yet? Be specific. Like, pick a thing. Like, doesn't necessarily doesn't necessarily have to be like an entire system, but like maybe an action or a process. What singular thing do you think, if you were to systemize tomorrow and put an SOP in place, would have the biggest positive impact on your business?
One particular area. It's operational.
Like, so you're not allowed to say, "Oh, I'd do operations," because that's like fucking where do you start?
Yeah, exactly where to start. No, one particular process.
What's your biggest problem, basically?
Yeah. For us,
not being done.
Yeah, for us, it's inventory received, forward orders that arrive in our warehouse.
Yeah. So what's the policy for that? There should be a policy document.
Yeah.
For what to do when a forward order arrives.
Yeah. Which there
is verbally.
Kind of is. Yeah. Verbally, people have been shown. However, we always see that. Well, not always. That's not fair. There are instances where things go amiss, procedures aren't followed, and the communication between the goods being received and so someone's actually took the time, we've paid the labour cost to actually put those products in the warehouse, put them away ready for pick, and then that information doesn't get passed through to the office, and therefore those goods never go live on our website yet. We'll either paid the supplier from on the terms 30 days, 60 days, and it won't be for until the end of the month when I'm looking at the stock figure going, why is that not live on the website? Oh my God, when did we receive that? Oh Jesus, it was beginning of the month. So we've used all the credit terms up, stock's there, we've paid for it, and we've not sold a bean of it because it was not advertised for sale. That is one particular area that immediately needs an SOP where everyone is accountable from start to finish with it. How about yourself?
Yeah, really good.
You've got quite a lot of systems and processes in play.
I have, but we like every business, we've got lots of issues. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of which ones would.
For me, that would give me a great return because we're paid for the product in essence, or we're using credit terms up. So we need to start generating revenue from that forward order commitment that we've made.
Yeah. I think there's a few areas I could be very specific on. I think, I'll tell you a recent one that we've started trying to improve, but we've not got an SOP for it yet. At the moment, we're doing it, but we've not documented it. We made a change 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's taking a lot of Danny's time, where for a very long time, we would basically, as soon as an invoice would come from a supplier, we'd enter it into Xero.
Yes.
We're not doing that anymore. Mm-hmm. What we do is we receive the invoice from the supplier, it goes into a holding pen. Well, actually, it goes into Xero, but it goes down as a waiting approval.
Right, okay.
So our bookkeeper approves it and follows his SOP for getting it into Xero. He checks that it's all entered correctly. But then it doesn't get approved until it's been received into the warehouse.
Right, okay.
So that is something that's been verbally discussed between me and Danny. Mm-hmm. But I've said to him, for you to delegate it, I need you to systemize it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the problem we've got is at month end, we have this situation. It's referred to from an accountant's term like stock on the water.
Yeah, in transit.
Or goods in transit, yeah, exactly. So that figure can have a massive impact on whether or not we're making money or what. So we need a very clear understanding of whether or not the goods have been received, because what happens is the suppliers invoice us when it leaves their warehouse. Mm-hmm. Now, you will know when you're importing, that is technically correct.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. It's your property as soon as it leaves their warehouse. You're responsible for it legally from while it's in transit. In
Yeah.
the UK, it's different.
Yeah.
So when we order from UK-based suppliers, they are legally responsible for it until we have signed for delivery.
Yeah.
And from an invoicing perspective, they technically can't invoice for it because we've not received it.
Yeah.
But all of our suppliers do invoice
Yeah, they do
for
invoice on shipment.
it.
Yeah.
And it's because it's beneficial for them.
Yeah.
But technically, they shouldn't. So we don't enter it into our system. We still date it the same.
Mhm.
They have a little bit of a, rather than giving us 30 days, they might only be technically giving us 25
Yeah.
days from receipt or whatever. But for us, that is an area that needs some improvement.
Fair.
So I've not done it myself.
Mhm.
I said we need to change the way we're doing this. Robert was doing it a certain way. Danny's taken over because Rob's busy. But I said to Danny, I said, for you to delegate that, we need a system. He needs a fucking checklist. He needs a procedure so that if Danny gets in a fucking bad situation, can't come into work for a reason, can't do that, we'll ank it, crack on.
Yeah, yeah. You know what to do now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the list, follow it. You're not a muppet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crack on.
Mhm.
So I think there's lots of stuff like that, problems in your business that can be solved with SOPs. Really boring shit
Yeah, yeah.
that'll make you rich.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it can be, it's not set and forget, but once you've got that, the hardest part is creating the SOP in the first place. Modifying it, probably not as hard.
And I think Larry's right. There should be an SOP on SOP creation because you need to get the employee that's doing the job to draft it.
Yeah.
Then a management person needs to look at it and criticize it and ask it, is it the right way of doing it? Then it gets implemented.
Yeah.
But then you've got to add a checklist to it.
Yeah. Follow up so that you can follow up. Because if they're not, right, okay, you write the SOP, you fucking stick it in the drawer, you forget about it. Well, what's the fucking point in doing it? So then the employee, when they're doing the task, they need to either look over the checklist or they need to have it as a reference point if they want to check. Yeah.
Then, as a management practice, you then follow up.
Yeah.
That is your SOP on SOPs.
Yeah, I like it.
So, Larry, you can write that.
You're the man.
You're the man, you're doing that. Or get Danny to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good little episode, that. I like that.
No, I took a lot from it. I'm going to email myself a few points in a minute.
Do you think people get value from shit like that when we talk?
Yeah,
about
well, they
stuff?
should do because like every business needs some form of operating procedure, doesn't it? Really,
It works in coffee shops.
Yeah, because
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 90% of your day will be doing the same shit over and over.
The key is if you don't want to do the bullshit anymore.
Yeah.
So us as business owners, you and I don't need an SOP because we don't forget shit because we're good at what we do.
Yeah.
Typically. Because it's muscle memory, and ultimately, if it doesn't get done, we don't get fucking paid.
Yeah.
So that's why it gets done.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work like that with an employee. An employee gets paid regardless of whether or not the outcome is great or average.
Yeah.
So it's a tool for you to then be able to pull back from your business, which is a really, really important thing if you want to have a valuable business to sell or a profitable business, so that you can then oversee and ensure that it stays profitable.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, like, we're not filming any more episodes. That's it. That's the fucking...
Yeah.
That is the most important thing in business.
Yeah.
I think SOPs.
Yeah.
So...
Get them documented.
Yeah, and if you don't agree, unsubscribe. Get fucked.
What a cracking episode, guys.
What a cracking episode. So, key takeaways: flashy businesses burn out, boring ones pay out. I love these little summary things that it comes up with. Sometimes it gets it right. Every business needs a backbone, operations, consistency, and being calm, which I think
Good.
SOPs allow you to be calm and methodical. Get excited about stability. It's the secret to scaling without stress. So imagine if you had all these SOPs for all these things, how to flush the toilet. Life would be a lot easier, wouldn't it? We won't get confused. Do I use the toilet paper first or do I flush first? Oh dear. If you want wealth, don't chase virality. Build infrastructure. So, infrastructure. I love it.
Yeah.
God, I'm a boring bastard. Yeah. So that's that episode done. Next week, we're talking about goal setting. We touched on it a few episodes ago, but this one, we're going to go through. We're going to have an open forum.
Right, yeah.
We're probably going to put Morgan on the thing. So Morgan, get thinking these next 7 days, mate.
Yeah.
Because we want to know what your goals are. whether you've achieved them and what they're going to be for next year.
Yeah.
Because by the time this episode comes out, we're going to be all thinking about what is happening next year. It's going to be December, late on in December. Christmas won't have quite happened. I think this episode is due to launch like just before Christmas, basically.
Right. Okay.
So, not this episode, the next week's
The one-
episode.
yeah,
Just before
So-
Christmas. I feel like the next episode, then we need some festive.
No, not that. So next episode won't be the Christmas episode. The episode after that.
Okay.
So
okay.
I've got a plan for that. Don't you worry, Morgan.
Oh, okay, brilliant,
Don't
brilliant.
worry.
You're
We're
bringing
gonna
a
get
treat
you
to
on
the studio,
camera.
aren't you?
Yeah.
You on camera. We're going to do role reversal. I'm in
Dressed as
charge
Santa.
of the. Yeah.
Hey, I'm up for it. I'm up for
My
it.
Father Christmas. I'm going to be
People
Father
will finally
Christmas.
see my face.
Tom's going to come and sit on my knee.
Oh God. Right. Yeah.
my
There'll be a claim there. won't there? Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. So have a think between now and next week about what your goals could be within your business or personally. We'll discuss them, and then we'll also think about setting our goals for next year.
Okay.
So yeah. See you on the next one, guys. Cheers.
Thank you.
See you guys.